How's it going there, rockers? My name is Nickum, and I'm gonna rock ya, baby. And this is just my take on what's going on with the Cleveland Barley House situation and the Faze Banks and Alissa Violet controversy slash conflict. So it's like YouTube versus the whole city of fucking Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and I think it's pretty crazy. But I was watching Barley just dropped a brand new video. And I started thinking to myself, who is in the wrong now? Who is lying? Because they released a lot of security footage, lots, way more. They have one major gap that's got me puzzled, and there's some parts that back up Faze Banks evidence, and proves he also lied at some parts, and there's some parts that prove that the Barley House is lying. So I'm starting to think that this is just like this reminds me of a kindergarten kind of thing. Like, oh, he pulled my hair. Oh yeah, well he stole my toque, and like you know how those things go on, and you don't really know the whole truth, and you just have to take someone's side. This is a very tough thing. But anyway, check out this photo of Banks. This is my very first claim about Banks, about being in the chokehold. I mean, no, about. So this is the first claim. Banks claimed that he was with a friend, Alissa knew, who worked for the what's it called, for the Barley House, and was like worked for a sister company for the Barley House, and gave them permission to be down there. And you can actually see a picture of this girl in the security footage talking, because Banks said he talked to the security guards to tell them that hey, it's cool, he's allowed to be down here, and he's got my permission to be down here, and same with the bosses. And you can see that in this footage, as this picture I'm about to show you. Now, with that picture, I'm assuming that is Faze Banks and Alissa Violet's friends that has like a power there, kind of helped them set up everything there, and like their friend who kind of works there somewhat with the sister company and works with the manager or something like that. I can't remember how it works. Don't word me on that. But as you can see, I think that's her talking to the security guard in that photo. Because there's a gap there. There's between 116 and 128, I think was the gap. I can't remember exactly the gap, because I wish I could like have the photos and like talk over it, but I don't have that technology. But I started thinking about that. Now, the next point I want to prove is Faze Banks was choked first. Barley House claims that they choked, Faze Banks grabbed around Richie's, the security guards, the bouncer's neck first. But this photo I was able to screen capture, it's hard to tell. I can't tell whose hands these are. But by the angle on the shirt that Banks is wearing, that brown shirt, you can tell Banks' arms went up like that. Your arms only do that when you get grabbed by the neck. Like when you get grabbed by the neck, your first instinct is to go like that, right? To like grab what's going behind you, right? That's your first instinct. And then you can see him turn around and grab Richie in the neck hold. And that's the wrong thing. If you see his hands, your hands don't go up like that when you're getting hit. Oh, you're getting choked. When you're getting choked like that, that's when your hands are going to fly up like that. They're not going to fly up like that. Who fights like this? You fight like that, you know? But, you don't, when you get choked, you don't fight like that. That's girl fighting. But he, like that's your response, like, ugh, when you get pulled. But now, here's where Barley is on the right. They claimed that nobody grabbed Alyssa's. Faze Banks claimed that nobody grabbed Alissa Violet's ass, and there is really hard to see. I watched it 3 times, and I didn't see anyone touch her ass. Maybe on the one part where the security guard's kind of covering the camera a little bit, like standing where they're coming up the stairs. But it is hard to tell. I don't see a single hand grab. Now, next accusing point is that Alissa Violet was abused by the security guards. Now, this is Barley claims that, and they have a photo of this. This is actually pretty good evidence. She was hit. They say that she had no bruises on her face, but Faze Banks said And they said that look, she does not look hurt at all. And that's what they said in the video. Like she was not been touched by the guards at all and not been assaulted. But they said they saw it cured between the legs, by the legs, and she had bruised legs and all that. And the camera angles are hard to tell too. It is very shitty. They are horrible camera angles. They need one more camera, just like at the end of the stairs there. But oh, they are horrible camera angles, and I just couldn't tell. But yeah, the abuse was not on her face until after. She didn't get the abuse. She didn't get the marks on her face till after they were outside. In the inside, she got bruises on her legs. This is the suspicious part, though. Alissa Violet doesn't have pictures of the bruises on her legs, does she? I haven't taken a look yet. But if someone could send them to me on my Twitter at Crazy Cole, I would like to see that. And just see, like, because that's what they say where the bruises occurred. Occurred. I don't know what I'm saying, but that's just my facts, and that's what I think. And, that's my take on it, that it's going to be a hell of a story to follow, so I wanted to follow it. I kind of got myself involved with it. And, yeah, so I'm just kind of following it. I like following the big YouTube stories, like, really big ones. This one is huge, because it's like, I feel like it's YouTube versus YouTube haters. Like, it's a generation versus generation. You know, like, my parents are jealous because there's kids on the internet that are getting rich and famous for doing absolutely nothing and being talented. They're jealous, and that's what I feel like the owners at they're a little jealous of the Faze Banks and Alissa Violet's success. That's just my theory, though. Thanks for watching, and I hope I wasn't too biased.